think it's really important because if the culture varies by location, and the brand experience is going to vary too, and that erodes trust. So a consistent culture ensures that whether you're coming into an office in New York, you're going to Dallas, you're going to Toronto, you will always feel the same hospitality forward standards, the same attention to detail, the same standard of excellence. Why does all of this matter? First and foremost, it strengthens brand identity. It reduces service variability. So you're going to always have a consistently high level of service no matter which office you visit. And it builds client confidence and loyalty. So if I need to go work at a different location, if I need to travel, I know I will go into the office and I'll be supported. I'll have everything that I need. It'll be like my home office just in another city. So again, it really strengthens that brand identity and it reduces service variability. It also fuels engagement, retention, and performance. Again, culture is super important when it comes to engagement, retention, and performance. If you have a unified culture, a consistent culture across all your locations, you can have faster onboarding, you can have better mobility across locations, you can have stronger team connections, higher job satisfaction. You can maintain alignment even during rapid expansion, right? A lot of companies are not coming back into the office. They gave up a lot of real estate space during the pandemic, but now that they're bringing all their people back in, they need more space, so they're rapidly expanding. If you have a consistent culture, you can activate those spaces and activate those locations quickly while still maintaining that high level of expectation of service in every single location. Consistency ensures that your brand, your people, and your impact remain strong as the company continues to grow. You have to define what the culture is in clear operational terms. When culture drifts when it's vague, when people don't understand what it is, but it scales when it's codified. What do you have to define? Purpose. Why do we exist? Values. How we behave. What is the expectation of behavior? Your service philosophy. How hospitality shows up in every single interaction. The moment you enter the lobby, you talk to the people registering you at the security desk. You get to the elevator, you scan your badge. Every single interaction hospitality has to show up in every single interaction. And then there are the non-negotiables, right? Behaviors are always expected in every office and every single role. Make it clear so that if a new employee in Denver and someone that's been at the company for 25 years in Boston, they interpret it the same way. They have the same expectation. And a hospitality-forward workplace culture, it thrives when the expectations are explicit, they're observable, and they're teachable. People see and replicate behavior. So make it clear, define it clearly so everyone understands it. And hire and promote based on culture, not just on skills, right? If leadership habits vary, culture varies. So scale it intentionally. Incorporate those cultural behaviors in job descriptions. Measure them during interviews. Make sure it's not just a fit from a skill set perspective, but also it's a cultural fit. Do they have the same values that you do? Do they want to accomplish the same things that you do? And also evaluate them in performance reviews, right? A lot of times we focus on the actual work itself. Are you accomplishing your KPIs and your CPIs? But make culture and what the behavior looks like. Incorporate that as part of your performance review as well. And when you're promoting leaders, promote leaders who live the culture, right? They're not just hitting metrics. They're living that culture every single day. We call it, how do you show up to work every day? That's what's important. So you have to have systems that provide consistency, right? For example, a playbook. It's a living document, simple document, but a living document that outlines core values, service philosophy, hospitality behaviors, meeting rhythms, brand standards, recognition expectations, and it has to be consistent across all offices. But as well, you have to have a local flavor to it, right? So standardize onboarding with a local flavor. So you're going to have the same set of standards across all your locations, but you're also going to have a little bit of a local flavor. So whatever that city experiences, whatever that town or that county that you're in, you're going to want to incorporate that into your onboarding experience as well. Each office has a local welcome experience. You'll talk about what's happening, some of the big events that happen in that local city. Maybe there are some events that happen annually. Incorporate that into your local office experience as well. This guarantees a shared foundation while keeping each site personable, right? So you're personalizing that location while still keeping the brand and the global standards the same. We think of it as
Think global, act local. You can have a global vision for the company, but incorporate local experiences into that office.
One example that we encountered is what's called our Wellness Wednesdays initiative. Initially, every office was required to host a 15-minute guided stretch session at 2 p.m. in their local time. This worked well in some locations, but in other locations, people struggled with it. Some offices are primarily call center style, right? So making breaks at an exact time was not necessarily feasible because they may be engaged with client calls at that time. Some teams had hybrid teams that were not in the office during that specific time. And there were some sites and some locations that had employees that just didn't feel comfortable participating in group movement activities. So we changed that after we realized this was just not the engagement that we were hoping for. We shifted it from a single activity to a list of different wellness touch points, right? A self-guided mindfulness break, healthy snack drop-ins, a hydration challenge for the team, reminding them to please stay hydrated, and a short outdoor walk wherever it made sense for those who preferred movement. And every community manager could customize the offering based on the site population, the rhythm of the workday, and the wellness preference of that specific group or that specific location. So now you've got multiple options for people. They can do whatever they feel comfortable with. But the important piece is that we are reminding them of wellness moments and mindfulness moments and to take a few minutes every single day to take care of themselves as well.